being new to the board, I don't always know exactly how to go about everything. So I apologize to the board if I was not supposed to specify anybody. So I'd like to make a motion. Do I make a new motion or rescind it? That's my question. I mean, because my intention is that the CSV file not be, it's the format that I don't feel should be released. Not, you know, the PDF file, I understand, but it's the format. So I guess I would like to either amend that one or rescind it. I'm not sure where to go with this because I'm new.
Well, we just voted down
Rescind, so why don't you make a new one?
rescinding it.
Make a new one that would override that.
I mean, there could be a motion. I don't know if you can vote again on one you just voted down.
No, I mean, you could be
referring to.
The proper method is Cheryl was the one that made the motion. Then at the next meeting, which would be this meeting, the person on the prevailing side can make a motion for reconsideration. That's the proper way. The proper way would be reconsideration of that action taken. And that's how.
And then we would make an amendment to that motion. So
You're going to reconsider the motion, and when you reconsider the motion,
we make an amendment.
you'll vote no, so that action is erased. Then somebody will make another motion to put the correct action on the table.
So does Cheryl have to make the motion to reconsider, or anyone in the?
It has to be anybody on the prevailing side.
So I'll make a motion to reconsider.
That's it. Needs a second and a vote.
I'll second.
But you said to vote no, you mean we want to vote yes to reconsider it?
Yes.
Okay, you just said a second ago no, I think. So if you want to reconsider it,
You
you're
vote
going to
yes.
vote yes. That's all.
Any discussion?
We are.
I'm a little confused, and maybe Phil or you could have Matt explain something. If you're going to provide all the information from the CSV file in PDF format, PDFs can be edited and rearranged. I just don't understand the difference between that information and it in the CVS file, if all the information is contained in the CSV file is in the PDF. I just don't understand what it sounds like a security issue or something?
We believe it's more secure, and that would be open for debate. We believe it's a more secure way of handling it.
You should just.
It said medium.
It didn't switch over. Probably
It's
didn't
battery
work.
died. Thank you. Thank you.
Do an amendment to an amendment. I don't think, I don't know. I'd like to just hear the whole thing, how it's gonna be.
Bill,
I'm sorry.
can we have your expertise over here? No. Okay. Can this be amended? This is yours is
I'm at.
an amendment to the original.
To the original.
I'm sorry,
Mine-
Cheryl's is an amendment to the original motion.
Under item K from April 17, 2012, BYOD reports, Barracuda reports. So my amendment is to that motion, and my amendment is that the CSV file not be distributed during the trial period.
Now, can Tricia amend that to, well, I'm saying add clarity, can she amend that? I think
To
that's the
say the
question.
trial period of BYOD.
We didn't vote on the amendment.
That's where I'm at. I want to know, I want to make sure I'm proceeding in the.
Once the amendment's
So
on the floor,
we would have to vote on the first amendment
I agree.
and have an amended motion, or not amended motion, and then have the second amendment.
Or we could just vote the whole thing down and start over. I think it'd be a lot cleaner. But, you know, I mean, we're not gonna vote it down and adjourn.
That's exactly how I'd answer your question. I'd withdraw the motion and start again. Because the important thing is, one of the things we're learning, and I'm not lecturing the board, but sometimes we read our minutes and we don't know what we did. So if we just start from scratch, we'll be very clear on what the intent is. So I would withdraw the motion and put the motion back on the table.
Thank you.
I withdraw the motion. Let's see if I can do this.
Gonna
I
withdraw the
would-
second.
And she was your second.
So now can we vote on reconsideration? If that votes no, then she could make a motion to restrict the CSV file. I think that would be clean.
I'm sorry, I missed.
Well, if we could vote on the reconsideration
No, we already voted.
I thought we
We
did.
voted here on
This
this.
is a new motion. We already voted yes for
to reconsider,
Reconsider.
so that motion's on the table right now.
Mhm.
If we vote no, kill that motion, then you could make a very new motion for your restrictive language, just how you want.
Right.
I think, that's just my opinion, I think it would be better.
Instead of trying to
So
amend
we
it.
have
just
that
vote it
original
down.
motion, and that's the April 17th.
Right.
Which item is it?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we have the reconsideration on the motion, which moved that CSV file not be distributed to board members and budget committee or other committee members during the trial period. All in favor of that motion, because we're reconsidering it, signify by saying aye. Opposed? Nay. Okay.
So let's try this again for what, the fifth time? Sorry, everybody. So I make a motion that the CSV file of the pilot program of the BYOD Barracuda reports not be distributed. And, right, this one is CSV file, in the CSV file format.
Can you give that to us again? I'm sorry.
I make a motion that the CSV files of the Barracuda reports for the BYOD pilot program not be distributed.
Yes.
I second.
Discussion?
Well, I don't mean to belabor this. First of all, I don't think that we should be doing it, but the language is totally inaccurate. I mean, she's saying the CSV file of the Barracuda BYOD reports, it's been put out here that we cannot discern that. So we're talking about the CSV file from the whole thing. There's nothing for the Barracuda reports. And I mean, I don't understand why we're doing it, and I would like to, under code of conduct, full discussion, I would like Ms. Atkinson to explain to me why she's made this motion.
I just feel like it's still the pilot program. I think that, I'm not sure what exactly it is that you're looking for, or why you want it. I feel that Mr. Woodrow, my confidence in him, that he is monitoring this program very closely and very accurately and very due diligently, and I don't think it's wise for us to attempt to micromanage him. And that's where my concern is. And that's why, I think getting it in the PDF file, and if you wanted to convert it yourself and then look at it any way you want, then you're welcome to do that. They're still providing us the information so that you can further look at it if you'd like to.
First of all, we are an oversight board for all of these people. So no one should be offended when we ask for data or question. That is our job to oversee that. I cannot micromanage Mr. Woodrow if I wanted to. Simply reading a report, I can form an opinion from that report that may alter a decision that I make here. But I cannot call up Matt Woodrow and say, do this differently. Don't do that. I could talk to Phil about it if I wanted to, and Phil might take my suggestion, or he might tell me to get lost. So me getting the report does not give me the ability to micromanage at all. And to say that you're in favor of not getting data during a trial period of an internet-based program to me, doesn't make any sense.
Well, we are
Because
getting,
if
we
you're-
are getting the data. I mean, we're getting it in a PDF file, so we are getting it. And then how we want to look at it is up to us. We can put it into a CSV file if we want, or not.
Can you explain to me the security difference between the PDF and the CVS file?
To me, how it means is, if that file, they're giving us a format that can't be changed, but if we decide to change it to a CSV file, and if in that interim, we make a mistake while we're reading it, or, reconfiguring it to read it the way we want to read it, then that falls on us how we do that, rather than coming back and saying, oh, well, here's where these mistakes were. That's how I see where the, not necessarily security issue is, but for the flow of consistency. So we know where, if there was any mistakes made in the way we were reading it or the way we reconfigured it, is.
I would argue that.
Mike, go ahead.
Well, I would argue that you're more apt to make mistakes when you're trying to convert a file from one format to the other. And the fact that you want to manipulate the data generally means that you want to get to the particular fields that you would like to look at. That's the idea of a spreadsheet. If you're interested in the time of day or the certain aspects of that, you can quickly isolate those. And yes, it's data manipulation, but that's not a bad thing. You could also, from an Excel spreadsheet, you could put a graph up that showed us what our usage was at a certain time of the day. But what I don't understand is, when I get this file, are you saying that the things that I'm going to do with it or could be doing with it are not right? That somehow I am manipulating this to discredit the BYOD program or the school district? Then I don't understand what the reasoning is.
Well, at this point, I mean, you asked her to clarify,
Sure.
you asked Cheryl to clarify, she has. So we have a motion. So all in favor of approving that motion as presented, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
3-2.